In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a multi-view drawing, and I've chosen the orange part of my puzzle piece. So the easiest thing to do to create the multi-view to start is to have the part itself open, and from there what I want you to do is go to the drop down arrow next to the folded corner paper. Choose that and go down to drawing. The reason we want to have the part open first is that it'll save us one step right now. The first thing we need to do is actually change the size and some things about the paper. So we need to change sheet 1. We right click, we choose edit sheet. Right now you can see it is 22 by 34 inches. If we were to print these out, we need to change that to size A. So we just drop down menu, choose A. Now we have a standard sheet of paper. Okay. So when we did that, we also we now have a very large ANSI title block. So we want to right click and delete the title block. We need to go to the arrow pointing next to drawing resources. We go to title blocks, and instead we have an ANSI A, so we can actually double click that and that will put a new one in there. It's a little better size. So because we have the orange part open before we open the drawing, this next step's pretty easy. Just like everything else in our ribbon, we select the leftmost icon in the ribbon. We choose the base view. Because we have this part open, it was the last thing we did, it doesn't require us to search for our part. So I'm just going to cancel that. So it already defaulted to yes, this is what we want. We're going to click and drag this over to the lower left corner. What we're doing was we're getting the front view and we're placing that front view as our base. So if we like this, and I think this is a great front view, we need to add those projected views. We want the side view, so if you click the arrow, it'll add our side view. Come up here, notice the arrow goes away because we don't want multiple sides. We want the top view also. The last thing we want is the isometric view, and you can go ahead and do that in this by clicking that corner. So things look pretty good. If our scale ever had to be reduced, you can just change this 1 to 1 and say I want it maybe 1 to 2, and we'll let it update. That's kind of small, so you know we'll try 1 to 1. I think it'll work for this. You can also type in decimals, so 1 to 2 is 0.5. Okay, so that's not good. I would go by quarter increments. Maybe this works. So 0.75. Once you have the views, you get your scale, you hit OK. Now clearly this is not good. We've got this view out of place. So we don't want that. If you come over to the edge, there's a little dotted line. You can click and drag this one around. Isometric is not near as critical of placement. But you'll notice if I click the main view, we are always keeping these aligned with each other. So you'll see that if I wanted to move my side view, I cannot move my side view up and down. It's always in line with the front. But I'll move it over there. Same thing, the top view is not able to go side to side. It is always aligned with the front view, but maybe I'll push that up a little higher. With that, that's all I'll do for this video. I'm trying to keep these pretty short. So always save. So there's your save icon, or Control S works. It will automatically try and save this as the part you dropped in, but I would add orange part. I would add the word drawing to this so that you actually get that differentiation. Because when you open your files in the flash drive, you don't want a bunch of parts that all say orange part. Because they're going to be different files. The drawing is one, the part's one, and so on. You just don't want them to all say the same thing, so I will label that carefully. So we hit save, and again, this is where the video will end. I'll do a second video on how to add dimensions here in just a second.